Good morning, students. Today we will continue the topic terminating decimal and non-terminating decimal. It has a two section. First, non-terminating repeating. Second, non-terminating non-repeating. And in last class I taught that terminating decimal can be written in the form of p by q, meaning in the form of rational number, and non-terminating repeating can be written in the form of p by q form, but non-terminating non-repeating cannot be in the form of p by q. So today we will observe some question terminating decimal and non-terminating repeating. We don't have this section here this year. We have to study only these two. So okay, let me explain something. My question is, suppose I am writing 2 by 5 and I ask you, what is this? I mean to say, is it terminating or is it non-terminating repeating? Both cases may be possible here. Because it is a rational number, so it may be terminating or it may be non-terminating but repeating. I again tell you that non-terminating, non-repeating, it cannot happen because it is a rational number. So student, for simple method, we will divide 2 by 5, and one should note when it is divide, we get answer 0.4, meaning it ends at 0.4, complete divisibility 0.4. This is terminating decimal. But when we talk about 2 by 3, 0.6, it is rational number but it is non-terminating repeating. So today's main purpose to teach you all, without division, how can we find that whether the number is terminating or non-terminating repeating without division. So let me explain that how we can find out without division that number is whether terminating or non-terminating repeating. So let me say something. If suppose question is 2 by 5, you can divide and get answer. But if it's 2 by 15 or something 2 by 500, then how do you think about, what do you think about it? Is it 3 by, suppose 3 by 500? What do you think about that one? What do you think about this one? So in very short, I would say something. Don't divide. Only do factorize 15 as 3 and 5. So I would say something that whenever denominator having, listen me and hear me carefully, when denominator having factors of either 2's or 5's or both, meaning will be a rational number, and it is rational number and terminating. Definitely it is rational number, but it is terminating. Let me repeat again the thing. Look at the factors of denominator. When factor of denominator is either form of 2 or 5 or both, look the denominator factor. It is 5 but it is not 2 here, meaning it is rational number but it is not a terminating decimal. Still confused? Let me explain something again. It's having the factor of denominator 3 into 5. What about this? 3 upon 500 will be 2, 555, meaning 2 into 2 and 5 to the power 3. I would say something, you can see both of these questions, 2 by 15 and 3 by 500. What do you think on this? In denominator, factors are not in the form of either 2 or 5 or both. Meaning, it is 3, which shows that it is not the terminating decimal. What do you think about that one? In denominator, it is having 2, it is having 5, meaning only 2 and 5 are being here, meaning it is a terminating. So, very simple thing I am telling you. In denominator, the factor should be either of 2 or 5 or both, meaning it is terminating. Let me explain something. If you supposed to have 3 by 32, so I would say it's a 3 by 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 to the power 5. Only 2 is coming in denominator, still it is terminating. Suppose the question is like that. 3 by 125 will be written 5 into 5 into 5. Only 5 is coming in denominator, meaning it's still terminating. But, and both comes even, it is terminating. But if else factor comes in denominator, it will not be terminating. What it will be then? It will be non-terminating repeating. That's very important sentence we have read here. So please keep remember, whenever without division we are told to check that whether your rational number is either terminating or non-terminating repeating, you just have to factorize the denominator, check whether except 2 or 5 it comes anything, it will be non-terminating repeating. If only 2 or 5 or both comes in denominator as a factor, it will be terminating decimal. It is enough to teach you. Now according to this, we'll see some question of your book. So we have an exercise 1.4. 1.4. This question is, without actually long division procedure, state whether the following rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Okay, so let me tell you this question, very first questions. We have to check whether it is either terminating or it is non-terminating repeating. Okay, so what I have taught you, you just have to factorize 3, 1, 2, 5 in that sense. When you will do this, what comes? 5, 2, 7, 1, 8, 3, 11, meaning 5, 5, 5, 5 and 5. What comes? It can be written 13 upon 5 to the power 5. I would say that since denominators factor, only I am writing here, is in the form of 5 to the power m. So don't confuse about m. It is symbol only, meaning 5 to the power any number. So if in the form of 5 to the power m, meaning given expansion is terminating decimal expansion. So very important, it is explained. 5 to the power m, don't afraid about m, you can use any symbol here, 5 to the power p or something like that. Here m is equal to 5. So this pattern should be important in the denominator side. When it is having 5 as a cofactor with any power, it is a terminating decimal expansion. Okay, so I think you have seen here and you can copy from the board in your notebook. So please do the same. Please do the same. Okay, let me tell you few questions like 64 upon 455. This question, what to do? It is only first go with denominator side. What we are asked, we have to check whether it is terminating or non-terminating repeating. So first do the divide by 5. 5 9s are 45. It's a 7. 30. What do you think? What do you feel about this? Only 5, 7 and 13. So what we will write? We will write denominator having factor except 2 or 5 like 7 and 13, meaning it is not terminating, it is a non-terminating repeating. So I would say, since factor of denominator are not in the form of 2 to the power n or 5 to the power m or 2 to the power n 5 to the power m. Don't get confused about all n m. This is n is a number, and it's a number, meaning 2 comes alone in denominator, it will be terminating. 5 comes alone denominator, it will be terminating. Both comes in denominator, still it is a terminating. But if except 5 we have 7 and 13, meaning the expansion is what? Non terminating and repeating decimal. So very important thing we have seen here. So please do the same in your notebook also. Okay, let me explain one more questions which often comes. Question is, it looks very easy but it is very important also. 6 by 15. When we talk about whether it is terminating or non-terminating repeating, what should we do? We normally used to go with denominator's factor, which is 3 into 5, and immediate we write that denominator having factor other than 5 or 2, which is 3 here actually, meaning it is a non-terminating repeating. But student, don't get hurry about this and think that what I'm going to do. You don't have to reach on any decision before. Look it carefully. 3 can cancel to 6. 3 ones are 3 twos are. Student, that is very important cancellation. It is 2 by 5 now. When it is 2 by 5, we can say that 5 is in denominator as a factor. That's why it is what? It is terminating, because I have taught you that either 5 or 2 or both can come in denominator. It is a terminating decimal. It might come in exam, because in very few questions we have to cancel like that. Student normally do not see the cancellation portion, and he or she takes the decision that if 3 is coming as a factor in denominator, it is a non-terminating repeating. But 3 will cancel to 6 and it will be 2 by 5. Now see the denominator, only 5 as a factor, that's why it is a terminating decimal. Okay, student, this was good enough of this first question. So let me now, please do the same in the further questions. Now I'll tell you one of the important question number 2. In your book, page number 18, question says, write down the decimal expansion of those rational number on question number 1 above which have a terminated decimal. We have to find the decimal expansion of all rational number in question number 1 which are terminating. Okay, question says that come at the question number 1, those are terminating. We have to find their decimal expansion. Like first question we had 13 upon 3125. See question number 1. Even it is question number 2, but it is based on question number 1. And what we are told? Question says those decimal expansion, those rational numbers are terminating decimal. We have to divide to 13 and this one, and we have to find its answer in decimals. Question says find its decimal expansion. Those are terminating. So this was terminating. You remember in last board we did. This is terminating rational number, terminating decimal expansion. We have to find its answer in decimal. So how to find out? Normally student used to do 13 upon 1 3125. We know that it will be completely divisible, but answer is tough to take, tough to find. I mean to say, because it takes long time. Normally student does like that, decimal, then copy 0, again not divisible, then copy 0, again not divisible, then copy 0, and do and so on. Now this is I think a time taking method, so don't follow this method. Let me explain you one of the easiest method which you have to use in exam. Without division, we can find out decimal answer, decimal expansions. How to do it, I tell you. 13 upon, first 3125 will be factorized in rough section. It is, remember that we did, already we have done all. 525, 55 and 51. What? 5 to the power 5 is coming. So student, till now you have got that. What have to find out? We have to find its answer in decimal. And without division, I'm using the method. So first you should go through. First divide, factorize to 3125 like that. Then what to do, I tell you. Very important. I try to create here such a number which gives you 10. 10. It is 5 to the power 5. I'll go with, you know that 5 2s are 10, it happens. 5 2s are 10. So I'll go with 2 here. I'll multiply and divide by some number which gives you 10. So 5 to the power 5 allow you to do the multiplication division by 2 to the power 5. Don't worry about this. It was 5 power, so that I have chosen 5. Suppose it is 3 power, I'll choose a 3 power. Suppose it is 5 to the power 4, I'll choose 2 to the power 4. Meaning whatever the power here, you have to choose same. But 2 is necessary because 5 2s are 10 happening. So you have to multiply and divide by such a number which gives you 10 in denominator. So that I have chosen 2 to the power 5. These two number will multiply. And when powers are same, base can be joined. Like 5 into 2 to the power 5. Very easy and important. Now student, that next is very simple. 2 to the power 5 is 32 itself. And 5 2s are 10 to the power 5 is coming here. When 13 will multiply to this one, 13 2s are 26, 13 3s are 39 and 45 I think. And this 10 to the power 5 will be written 5 times this one. And one can simply divide that it is 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, meaning I think this will be like that, and this is an answer. So we haven't divided to this number by this because that time procedure will be so long, so tough, so critical. But this method is very easy and important. First factorize your denominator term, which shows it is terminating, and when it is terminating, it can simply be resolved in decimal expansion by this method. Hope you got it clear. So okay, the copy and the same in your notebook, and we do some more questions. Let me check it out. Suppose we have a question 15 upon 1600. One more question we do. And first we'll check it is terminating or not. So 1600 will be 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are, 200, 250, 225, 5 and 5. Meaning it can be written as 15 upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 to the power 2. What do you think? What do you think? Denominator having, since factor of denominator is in the form of 2 to the power m, 5 to the power n, you can change the symbol also, don't worry about this. 2 to the power m or 5 to the power n, meaning 15 upon 1600 is terminating. First we check, and then after we'll find its decimal expansion answer. So this I am removing because we are not told and asked in question number 2, but we right now check that it is terminating. When it is terminating, how to find your answer? Let me explain something. Very important. We will try to create in denominator 10. So see the highest power, it is 6. It is 6. So 2 to the power 6 here, I will try to create 5 to the power 6 so that both can join. See the highest power, 2 to the power 6. I must here 5 to the power 6 so that it can be joined. So see the highest power, which is 6. So I try to create 5 to the power 6 here so that 5 to the power 6, how can we make it 5 to the power 6? We need 5 to the power 4 extra. So student, I'll I'll multiply and divide by 5 to the power 4. Why? Because 5 to the power 2 already here. I need 5 to the power 4 so that both can be 5 to the power 6. And I need 5 to the power 4 so that I have divided and multiplied by 5 to the power 4. So student, what upside comes? This one. And what downside comes? 5 to the power 2 and 5 to the power 4 will join together, gives you 5 to the power 6. Then after, this 5 to the power 4 itself will be 625, I think. And what about denominator? Just join them. 2 into 5 to the power 6. 15 into 6. So multiply now. This is 5 to the power 10 to the power 6, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on dividing, you can simply go on your conclusion that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is your answer. So hope you got, student, till here, that how we can create 10 in denominator and simply can divide by the number to get answer. So it's good enough of the day. So now student, you do the exercise 1.4 by yourself. If you would have any doubt, you can consult with me at my personal WhatsApp number. And fill your attendance at the time properly. Make your notebook. Tomorrow we'll have a little test for you. So do the practice. Same from your side. Thank you.